Today's YKWD is brought to you by Canva Pro, the easy-to-use design platform that has everything you need to design like a pro. Right now, you can get a free 45-day extended trial when you use my promo code. Just go to canva.me/YKWD to get your free 45-day extended trial. Hey, what's up, dudes? Support for today's YKWD comes from Molecule Mattress. Molecule Mattress is how elite athletes get the best sleep ever. Go to onmolecule.com and save 20% with promo code YKWD. Again, save 20% with promo code YKWD at onmolecule.com. Yeah, baby, we're starting the podcast right now. We're back. You know what, dude? Live. Welcome, everybody, to the show. YKWD. I started social media and podcasting. The fact, the YKWD podcast. YKWD's back again. Old school, back in the day, where it all started before them all. YKWD. This podcast is so fun and crazy. It has no rules. Shut up, you're ruining this.
Where's the bandana, man?
Sorry, it's a comedy podcast. This isn't NPR.
That's what this podcast does.
Is there any better show? This is the original. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another You Know What Dude podcast. We're back. We have a great episode today. Last week's episode, Ari Spears. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Make sure you like, subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, just hit the subscribe button. Stop messing around. And then hit the like button. And then you can comment. Do whatever the fuck you want. Get us on that algorithm horse shit that the kids are talking about. The young kids are talking about. Somebody won't stop touching their fucking microphone while I'm doing this intro. You can't be quiet for 2 seconds. So why don't we just get to it? Gabby's back, and we got a great episode. Mush, introduce everybody. Or Gabby, you introduce everybody. Who the fuck
Hello. Is my Wi-Fi not working again?
I don't know. This is a clusterfuck like every week. Just introduce everybody.
We have Yannis Pappas. We have Greg Stone. We have Robert Kelly, as you know. We have me, Gabby Bryan, and we have Mike Suarez.
I'm trying to get, guys, I apologize. Good to see everybody. That's way better. The hat sucks, but it's way better.
You know,
I love you just came back with a hat backwards.
That looks better. That looks better.
I've been doing podcasts all week with the phone, no headphones. Bobby,
yep.
It's almost like Apple wants me to step up my game for you, and I apologize. Last time I remember I fucked you up too. It was me, you, and Verzi. I keep fucking up. You know, it's just like I bring food into the studio. I don't have my fucking headphones. It's like I don't respect people from Boston, and I apologize.
I did, but it all comes down to not respecting yourself because it's representing what you are, what people see, how people see you. This is what bothers me about you, Yannis.
Everything?
That you have, you live up in the Westchester, you have the car, you got the money, you got the family, but you refuse to step it up and get a studio. And a year and a half into a fucking pandemic, you're literally on one of the biggest podcasts there was, right? And now your podcast is killing it. And you refuse to get a room where you go in, hit a button, and you look like me, the king of Zoom.
Well, let me tell you something right now, Bobby. I know you have just missed therapy. I was supposed to have therapy today as well. So everything's a little off. We have the same therapist. I'm able to squeak things out from him about you. I manipulate him. I want to know about you. And I start talking about you in there. And, you know, when I run out of shit, I just start asking questions about you. So let me tell you something, Bobby, right now. I just renovated my basement. I turned a closet into a studio. I just haven't put the equipment in there yet. But I would love it if you could waddle up here and help me out with the equipment.
I hope your wife's glad you finally came out of the closet.
I'm going back in. I'm going back in because I created a studio.
Now listen to me. Now look at Greg. Greg is a guy who started this out a year ago, looking like garbage. And then, look, Greg doesn't have $1 million. Greg's got a successful podcast, but he doesn't got Giannis money. I mean, he doesn't have windows. He doesn't have custom windows from mid-century windows, triangle windows behind him. All right. He's got figurines. He's got like little kid toys behind him.
They're adult figures. They're adult. They're adult figures. Children would choke on the little pieces. You know this. You know it. And they're figures. They're not figurines.
All right. Sorry. I fucked up his knickknacks behind him.
Oh, my God. You rat bastard son of a bitch. Don't make me put the Cobra Commander mask on.
And he looks, look how good he looks. Look how good the light is spishing off his face. I mean, I'm going to fucking step up my game right here. Look at that. Boom. I'm stepping that up because Greg stepped his up. Now I'm stepping mine up. Boom. Look at this right here. Little fucking pops me off the back wall right there. Look at that right there. And you look like you look like you're on the PTSA at fucking Elmsford School District trying to jump in and find out why they don't have hopscotch at the fucking playground. Nothing?
Can you hear me?
There you go.
I think we lost you.
Oh, God, nobody cares, Gabby. Yes, we hear you.
Oh, great.
We hear you. Oh, my God, you're the worst.
You know what this podcast almost seems like you could just lie and just tell people we taped it last March when everyone was figuring out Zoom. This feels like the first pandemic podcast.
You heard what Trump said today? It was wild, man.
What did he say?
Hey, guys, I think we're going to be back at it in like a month. Just like a month, I think.
This thing's over soon. 2
What did he
weeks.
say?
Bobby's not getting the joke. Bobby's
yeah.
not getting the joke. Yeah.
We're playing.
What did he say? Oh, I'm sorry.
We were doing a scene, Bobby, where we were pretending.
I wish.
Yeah.
I wish I was on a bridge in Arizona and you'd kick me off it right now and I would fall around 15 feet into a river.
Yeah,
not dead, but it would be scary.
You'd float, and then you know what? If I pushed you first, I would jump onto you because I know I'd bounce right off.
We got it. It was a fat joke. We got it. And Yannis, you're right behind me, kid. So let's just.
I know.
You're right behind me.
But that's why I can make those jokes because I'm also fat.
Well, you're not fat. You have potential.
I'm fat. If you saw a full body picture, I'm fat. I have the type of body where if I'm not more successful than I am, it's disrespectful. It's like I should not be like you're the type of fat where it's like you're fully fat.
Yeah, I can be cast.
Yeah, you can be cast.
I can be cast as that guy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be cast as that. You'd show up as the hot guy and they'd be like, "Oh shit, we fucked up." Right. Or they'd have to put on some pounds. Yes.
Yeah, right. I'd argue, Yannis, you have the body of like a hot actor who gained weight for the role. Yeah. Whereas Bobby, Bobby is what Bobby is.
Giannis looks like Russell Crowe now. Like,
yeah.
Like he's done what he can do.
Yeah.
They're not really casting his type of alpha male guy anymore.
Yeah.
So he's actually playing. He's with his band now. He's just doing his band.
Right.
Yeah, he's not an actor anymore.
Or I look like Treat Williams between movies because he has to work like a job because he just doesn't get enough work. Do you guys know who Treat Williams is?
No,
but I love that you pulled that wild name. Treat was Derby King, right?
Yeah, I was laughing at everybody's faces.
Like
Treat Williams.
Treat Williams is
man. Hang on, Mike's Mush will pull it up real quick.
That's the one I get the most is Treat Williams. And let me tell you something. I've been speaking to Gabby. I told her, one time, Bobby, I can admit it now because it's been
don't.
Like don't tell him.
No, because it makes me look bad.
But it was
what
like
the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, say it.
It's a little thing that you did, and Bobby will appreciate it because it's loyalty. It means you're and you. I've gone too far deep now, and Bobby didn't do therapy.
First of all,
bad.
Listen to me. Treat Williams was so perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, you deserve where I apologize for fucking being stupid. A little obscure. Treat Williams is nuts. I mean, I think the last thing he did good was hair, but unfucking believable. Unbelievable reference.
Yeah, that's what
What are you going to tell me? Tell me what the fuck's going on. Did you fuck Gabby?
What? No, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? She's Jewish. I would never do that. I mean, you kidding me?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not crazy. You know, I'm not like
I'm
not into interracial stuff like that.
Right, which is crazy. Yeah.
No, she just was really kind once and gave me directions to the studio when I got lost.
The fuck is that?
Like there's more to the story.
There's more to the story. Say it.
Come on, stop.
Gabby, just let him tell it.
Look, I've been grilled on podcasts lately. Stop acting like this is the history hyena story. It's not. Okay?
Listen,
I'm telling the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help me God.
What is the story, Gabby? Let him tell it. And stop pursing your lips on your straw.
Well, I can't exist on this podcast. Nothing I do is right.
You're perfect.
You're perfect, Gabby.
Yeah, stop moving and just let him say what the fuck was.
What happened was, like, Gabby saved me one time because it was like I had mixed up, I'm not an organized person. So, I had mixed up what the days were to do, you know what, dude. And she texted me and she reminded me. And I got there in time and you never knew. And I was panting and we looked at each other. And I said, let's just keep it a secret between me and you. And then I told her from here on in, I'm a friend of the Jewish people.
I got him into the community, really.
Yeah. And from then on in, the Jews know that I owe them one.
Yes.
Can I say something? What's weird is that, Lewis does this. Lewis is late for reasons. He just does it as a power move. You know what I mean? Lewis would show up. And the way I found this out, we were on our way to another podcast. And he's like, doggy, you always got to be like 10, 15 minutes late. It's a power move. Just puts him in check, lets him know that you're in charge. And I'm like, dude, you do that to me. He's like, oh yeah, sorry.
Now that's it. That's the type of sage wisdom I think you would expect from a CEO who occasionally does horse tranquilizers for fun and does MMA against other comedians. That is the type of advice I think you would get from his book, Louis J. Gomez, the CEO of Gas Digital.
He comes over yesterday. First of all, I'm going to Max's Little League games. And look, I love him. But I have to sit in the bleachers away from all the other families because I can't. I'm from a different generation. I can't. I'm not that guy who wants to yell at my kid, but it's like every play on everything. Oh, good hit. I'm like, that's the other team. Oh, good catch. You just got him out. Like you just got your son is out. And I can't. And I wind up swearing, like, I'm like, fuck. Like if Max, he hit the ball and he got called out at first, I was like, fuck. And I can't be around these other people, these, I guess, normal families that can sit and watch a game with their kid in it and just be like, yay, fun time. And I'm in the bleachers by myself now, just trying to control myself the whole time. There was a lady behind me, and her son was hitting. Max is on second base. He's on first base. No, he's on first. She goes, come on, Jacob, whatever the fuck his name is. Jacob, come on, go to second, get to second. And I was like, yeah, Jacob, get to second. But Max, get him out at second. And
hit him
then
if you have to.
Proceeded to fucking to shank Max on the base and take him out by the knee, by the way. And Max goes down, and I'm like, Max, get up. I'm like, tough it out, baby, get up. And he's trying to get up, and he's on his knee, and I'm like, fuck, I can't do this. I gotta watch from home, I think. So Lewis is supposed to be there, and he shows up 2 innings left of the game with his son. This is Max in every inning. Doing this. Looking back at me, looking for James and Lewis that was supposed to be there at 12 o'clock.
Aww.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, well, You can't trust Puerto Ricans. You know, I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, you know, I'm trying to be progressive about this, but I mean, you know, that's just an old thing. It's just like, you know, you can't trust Puerto Ricans with your kids.
But here's the thing. This is what he says, and this is what aggravates me about Lou. He goes, as he comes up, Max gets a hit, base is loaded, Max hits the ball, drives in a run. They're all in the field yelling, James, woo! Max is out there, does this. And I go, yeah, but you're late. He goes, yeah, but perfect timing. This is all. We're done. We saw him hit the ball. He got the run in, and we're out of here in an inning and a half. We'll be back at the house. It's actually what I did was perfect, and it makes sense. I was like, you know what? It kind of makes sense.
Yeah, you guys both have kids now, and I feel like it's forced you guys into situations where you're hanging out, and your philosophy being a foster kid from Boston and his philosophy being a Puerto Rican kid with murdered parents, sometimes the way you're going to rear your children is going to be at odds because you're from different sides of the same dirtbag track. I mean, you both were born in the dirt, but it's just a different type of dirt. You know what I mean? So the philosophies are, it's just like, you know, you're from two different worlds, although it's on the same side of the tracks. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying, but here's the thing. It's so weird too, because I mean, the boys get along so well. It's fucking unbelievable. And neither one of us hit our kid. Like we practice peaceful parenting, you know. Right. But we don't hit our kids, which is weird because you think that one of us would fucking, you know, whack the kid, you know?
Well, I think that's what you guys have. Yeah, that's what you guys have in common is you're two guys who would say something like that, you know, who would say, we're good parents. We don't hit considering how we grew up, we haven't hit our kids. And then, you know, that's what you guys have in common right there. Yeah, you guys, that for you, it is an accomplishment.
You have to say that.
You have to say that. And you know what? When you said that, I said, those two guys right there are doing it right, considering that they were born on that side of the tracks.
We were born on
You're
dirt.
two guys who don't hit their kids who want nothing more than to hit their kids.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're like alcoholics who just want nothing but to be in that bar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's not true. That's not true.
I'm against it.
I don't want to hit. I say this before. I don't want to hit my kid. I'd like to shake him,
right,
violently sometimes. But goon hand him when he's acting up in the mall. But no, I would never. If I hit Max, I would immediately start crying. You know what I mean? It would kill me to ever lay a hand. But here's the thing: is Max knows it, and that bothers me too. Like Max knows. Like I remember one time he was about to die, and I grabbed him like kind of harsh because he was about to fall and die. He was just going to die, and he was like, "What?" He was like, "Whoa, you grabbed me. Why would you grab me like that?"
Oh, he knows the move. Yeah, that was almost a hit. This is abuse. Yeah, I love it. He knows. Yeah, he's like you, a manipulator.
Yeah, Yannis is gonna hit his kid. Giannis is gonna fucking crack that kid.
I can never. It's a girl, so I can't do it. If it was a boy, I definitely.
Well, wait till she comes home with her prom date, and she's very progressive.
That could be a problem. Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, that could be a problem. That could definitely be a problem. Yeah. Do you think? Do you think Lewis could maybe? Do you think because Lewis is always looking for new business opportunities? Do you think at some point he may figure out some sort of like light jujitsu that you can do on children to subdue them? Like jujitsu for parents who don't want to hit their kids, but who kind of were taught to hit their kids because they were hit.
Right, like Indian burns.
Yeah.
And, like hair shaking. Yeah.
That's
like
the type of book that Louis J. Gomez would write, being the power player CEO that he is. Where he walks in 10 minutes late just to really get command of the room. You know what I mean?
How to mentally hit your kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
The kids were over yesterday. I wound up Lewis calls me. He's like, dude, we should do something for Mother's Day. Cause B came over, his, James's mom, his sister and her daughter. I was like, yeah, a little Mother's Day quiet thing. Great. He goes, you got to do it good though. You can't, you got to do one of your barbecues. Don't just hamburgers and hot dogs us with chips. I guess one time when he was over the house, I just cooked hamburgers and hot dogs, but it was a regular day. I mean, what do you want me to fucking do? But I'm such a needy bastard. I'm like, no, I got you. I get a brisket and I get fucking 3 racks of ribs. I wake up at 4 a.m. to put a brisket on. I went to bed at 1:30. I'm up at 4 a.m. putting this brisket on outside. I got to check it every hour until fucking 3 o'clock. It comes out at 5. The ribs come out at 4. And I cooked this whole meal. I'm exhausted. And he had like 1 slice of brisket. I had to.
He also told you to throw him a party and make sure it's a good party. Buy me a present, but not fucking cheap. No gift cards.
Yes. I was so mad at myself. I was so mad at myself.
Yeah, but you know what it is? I figured out Bobby, dude. This is why I love Bobby. That's why my wife right before was like, oh, I love Bobby. Bobby is one of the good guys on the planet. And the thing is, when you're one of the good guys on the planet, you expect people to think about you as much as you think about them. Yeah. And when that's never going to happen, especially when you're dealing with a guy who calls himself the Puerto Rican rattlesnake.
You just made a fucking very insightful.
That's what it is. Yeah.
I'm telling you that the reason why I hate so many people, because they don't live up to my standards of just being a good person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
you're this business.
Oh, this business is full of the worst people in the world.
It's broken my heart recently of just like finding out to be a good comedian, you have to be likable. So everyone has figured out how to be likable, even the rat bastard pieces of shit. So then I just think these are all wonderful human beings. I let them in my house and they fucking destroy the house, my soul house, not my real house, my soul house. And they destroy my soul house. And now I'm all fucked up because I was like, I loved you. And they're like, I don't even know your name. And I'm like, damn, dude. Fucking damn. But anyway, that's what I'm going through emotionally recently.
Never trust anyone who's likable, dude. Ted Bundy was likable. Likable is completely overrated. Do you respect that person? Likable is the tool that sociopaths use to get into your life and fuck it up.
Listen, my soul house was fucking fucked with a lot in the last couple weeks. And Saturday night, I went down to the cellar with all the best intentions of having a great night. I wound up seeing a friend of mine I haven't seen in months. And I'm talking close. I'm talking spiritually close.
Who?
Okay?
Kevin Brennan?
No.
Okay. Because Kevin Brennan needs a little spring cleaning in his soul house. Kevin, your brother's more successful than you. Get over it, okay?
We're all mad. Yeah. We're all mad at that, Kevin.
Yeah,
all mad at it.
Get over it already. Jesus Christ. I almost want Obama to get back in office so he has something else to whine about.
No, but it wasn't him. That would be obvious. I showed up and I saw somebody I haven't seen, and I had just come off stage. Now, mind you, I go down to the cellar, I go on at the Pussycat, and for some reason, all the clubs are just young. People my age, people with kids, they're not going out on a Saturday night. They're not going into New York City. The only people that are saying fuck it is young, mostly just young kids. 21 up, let's go fucking take over the city like it was the 90s. And on the front row, these 2-3 chicks fucking, as soon as I walk up, they disconnect. Just physically, they're like, we don't like this type of person. And at one point, the girl starts talking to the other girl. Her friend goes, shh, stop. And I went, shut the fuck up. The girl looks up, goes, you shut the fuck up. Front row.
Oh my God.
Front fucking row. And I was like, I went touche. I had nothing to say because that was the only thing that she could have said to me that I wouldn't have. And nobody walked up. The seller's just like, fuck it. This get him in. This is like 1990s seller, late 90s. Nobody said anything to her. It was nothing. So then I had another show. I had to do the olive tree, which is I'll never do again. It was a nightmare. I'm literally performing in the olive tree behind plexiglass like a monkey, looking at the table that used to be the table. I'm looking at the table, and there's 3 nerds sitting at the table, not even paying attention on their phones. The table is over there, and I'm up there where we have the movies, and I'm like, fuck me. I'll never do it again. But then I went to the Village Underground, had a great set. It was awesome. And I go upstairs, I see this person, and I was like, hey, and they went, do I have to stand up? And I wanted to go, no, I want you to sit down and never, ever get up anytime you see me again, because this is the last time I'm ever going to fucking say hello to you.
Now, was it a joke, though? Was he joking or no?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Who was it? Who was it?
I mean,
There's a certain amount of time. There's a certain
it?
amount of time. If I haven't seen you in months, no jokes. There's no jokes when we see each other.
Right.
Hey, what's up, man? And then you can joke.
Right.
So you fake the get up. You go, you pretend like it's, oh my God, I'm moving, but you don't really move. But you go, and you touch, you put the fingers out. You don't just make this fucking line. You go, fingers first. It's Bobby. Right. You reach emotionally. You don't got to reach physically if you're in pain or whatever.
And my soul house.
Sorry, yeah.
My soul house was hurt, Greg. My soul house was fucking fucked up. And I was like, I blew it off. I was like, all right. And then I sat down, and then there was another zing after that. And I was like, you know what? I'm out. And I left and I went home.
I need to know who it is. Let's play the guess.
Was it a guy
game.
or a girl?
It was obviously a guy.
Make a list. Make a list.
Dane Cook.
It was Dane.
No. I wouldn't talk. I don't talk to fuck. You think I'm going to walk into Dane and what? Hey, get the fuck.
Hey, Bobby, how are you? Hey, Bobby, what's going on? I haven't seen you in like 3 months. Here's my girlfriend. Hey, I know you have a kid. You've been helping the kid with your homework. Can you help my girlfriend with her homework for high school?
Woo!
Bob, good to see you.
Yannis's podcast is doing good, baby. You know that.
Yeah, I mean, who cares at this point, right? Look, there's no comedy community anymore. It's every man for himself, and I got a gun. It's done. It's done.
Fellowship is done.
It's fucking done.
Everybody's rogue. It's all done. No, everybody cares about themselves. There's no fellowship. It's done.
Yeah, and everyone's trying to fuck
Saturday night.
Yeah,
is that the end of your? Is that the end of your list?
No. Is it? Start with a B?
No.
So is the L.
Mateo Lane.
No. Why would I?
I just got
Come
a
on.
name.
Mateo would get up. He'd go, Bobby, hi. He would get up. He'd give him a gift.
Sorry.
He'd cook him a meal.
Give me an age range.
Mateo would hug me and make a face behind my back like this.
Yeah. No, Mateo's warm-hearted. Yeah. Who is it?
No, he's
Is it? Oh God, is it Colin?
No.
Older than me?
Oh.
Older than me?
Sweet.
how old?
I'm not giving you. I mean, in the age bracket of us.
Okay. Who's us?
Not a
We're all
Gabby.
I'm
different.
26.
Yeah.
No, you're not. Gabby, you're too young.
Gabby's. Listen, this is the thing. It's tough for us, but guys of our generation now, like you said, the people you see that are younger that are showing up, the people who are our age have kids and not coming out. Pretty soon, you're going to be recognized as that old guy in Gabby's movie that was in the tractor. That's going to happen soon. Like, oh my God, were you in Gabby's short film in the tractor? You look just like, and then you'll go, yeah, and they'll go, you look like him, and because they're not listening to you, they go, you look just like him, and that's how you'll be recognized pretty soon. All the stuff you've done will be gone because the people who are our age are dead.
Oh, dude, it's so prevalent. When I walked in Saturday night, and Esty was in the room watching this beautiful, beautiful young, I don't know, mixed man, mixed. I mean, just mixed. And he was on stage, and he was trashing white people, and the crowd was all white, and they were loving it. It was just this beautiful fucking synergy of this beautiful young man who nobody knew, brand new, just is going to be the star of something soon. And he was murdering, and Estee's like, "Oh, he's good. You're next." I was like, "Okay, yeah, fucking
Oh, good.
I'll go next." And by the way, Gabby looks good now, but when she turns, she's gonna turn like fucking avocado. Believe me, it's gonna happen overnight.
I will look like Bobby in 10 years.
Oh yeah. She's gonna turn fast.
I don't know, dude. I mean, her dad. What's your dad, like 60, and he still looks like a young hot chick. I mean, I pulled.
It's
Yeah,
true.
but that's-
He looks like a
yeah.
hot girl still.
He looks like a hot
my
girl.
genes are
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work that way. It works that way for men. Women turn.
He did meth for 10 years
Show
and
me-
he still looks 34. I mean, I have
Yes.
good genes.
Your father did meth.
Your dad did meth?
Yeah.
What the
Everyone knows
fuck is
that,
wrong
right?
with you? No, we
I didn't-
don't.
I didn't
Nobody
know that.
knows that.
Everyone in the
No.
80s, every rocker in the 80s.
We
did
thought that was
Biker,
Richie
Crank,
Sambora.
or
We didn't
Chase
know it was
meth.
your dad.
Oh my God. My dad's so smart. If he didn't do drugs for 15 years, he would be a rocket scientist.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
If
but
he didn't
it's
do drugs
different.
for 15 years, he would have never let you become a comedian. He would have said, "What the hell are you doing? You're a Jewish girl. You're going to med school. That's it. I'm the exception. One of us has to get buried in a Jewish cemetery. Get those tattoos off." Do you have tattoos?
Yes.
Yeah, we all do. And my dad always says we already bought the plots, so they're burying us there whether they like it or not.
There you go. You can always cut a deal.
Hey,
Yeah.
let me ask you a question though. I
Was it
think
Keith
you're right.
Robinson?
No, Keith. No, it's not Keith.
No, he couldn't
No.
stand up. That's
Was
what
it
Jerry
Louis?
Seinfeld.
I think it was Louis.
Come on,
Louis.
Gabby just had a great one.
Oh,
And
shit. Sorry. What'd she say?
She said he couldn't stand up.
It's a good one. Louis.
No,
Louis
No.
C.K. Louis.
no.
Louis.
No, first of all, I wouldn't expect.
Kumail
I mean,
Nanjiani?
I wouldn't expect Louis to stand up at all. I'd walk in and he'd probably just go, "Hey,"
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah, Louis' hellos are lackluster, but every once in a while he's happy he's like, "Hey, man," but most of the time he sees me, he's like, "Hi," Yeah, no, it wasn't him. Oh, all right, check it out, Canva Pro. I got it right here. I love it. I have it on my phone. It's easy to use design platform that has everything you need to design just like a pro. Okay, whether you're a professional designer or like me, I don't know really how to do any of that stuff on my phone, but this makes it easy. This puts it right in my hand to make me look like a pro, like I know what I'm doing. It's easy, it's affordable way to design, and it has whatever you need, no matter what you're creating too, and sharing. Canva Pro has everything you need. I love it only because it has Insta stories and Insta post right there, and it has the logo on it, and it shows me, okay, this is for stories, this is for post. Here's a logo. You get to hit the button. It comes with a bunch of stuff. You just pick what you like, push the button, add some photos, put your content, and then post it. It's unbelievable. There's no idea too big or small for Canva Pro. It's amazing. You got to get it. Design like a pro with Canva Pro. Right now, you can get a free 45-day extended trial when you use my promo code. Just go to canva.me/YKWD to get your 45-day free extended trial. That's canvapro.me, canva.me/YKWD. Canva.me/YKWD. Yo, man, you know what? You don't know this. Many people don't. I share a bed with two Pro Bowl quarterbacks, an Olympic swimmer, and a national women's soccer star. Let me explain to you. When I, heard how many elite athletes sleep on molecule mattress, I ordered one. I got one at my house. Yeah, look, I'm no elite athlete, of course, but you know what? I got some issues when I sleep. I sleep hot. I wake up sore, stiff back. It's hard to find the right mattress. We always think it's something else, but it's not. It's the mattress you sleep on. And if Russell Wilson sleeps on a molecule and calls it the best sleep ever, who am I to argue with that? So I tried it. I got one. And Russ, yeah, you were right. You were right, buddy. The Molecule is not like any other mattress in a box. I know people, all these mattresses out there. It's not like any of them. Their sleep scientists literally created the world's most perfect mattress. It's cool to the touch, not like other foam mattresses. It has 6 times the airflow of my old mattress. So it keeps me cool at night. It has zone reflect layers that adjust with me in all my freaky weird positions. So I never wake up with a stiff neck or a sore back. And it's antimicrobial, right? Molecule mattress is how elite athletes and me, Robert Kelly, get the best sleep ever. Order your Molecule mattress and sleep on it risk-free for 100 nights. If you don't have the deepest, most restorative sleep ever, return it. Go to onmolecule.com and save 20% with promo code YKWD. Again, save 20% with promo code YKWD at onmolecule.com. But here's the thing. You hit on it. It doesn't matter who it was because you hit on it is that it's the expectations to be treated the way you treat people is
Right.
what you if you don't have expectations, you have everything you need. But the problem is we go out in life and expect people to drive the way I drive, to let people cross like the way I let people cross, to when the green light happens, I don't beep right away. You get around a 20-second, hey, you might be doing something. Maybe you dropped your phone. Maybe your kids, you know what I mean? When I see you, hey, what's up? What's going on? And if I was waiting for you to get up, I just get up. You know what I mean?
I mean, I would say I could just save you. You don't have to go to therapy anymore. The thing is with you just have to accept the fact that you truly do think about other people. I remember I came to your house. You got lamb because I was Greek, which is like a little over the. It's like something I would expect someone.
A little racist.
It's a little racist.
Yeah.
But you got lamb. You had fucking rosemary on the lamb. Do you remember?
I did.
I mean, you thought about me like you're a thoughtful person. And then what happens is, what you have to do is just accept that you're a nicer, more sensitive person than people, and then find people who appreciate that about you. I don't
like that. I don't like, but here's the thing. I don't like being around kind, sensitive people because they're fucking boring.
I guess
they're boring.
They're see you guys later then.
Yeah.
It's real nice.
Greg, nice you're not kind. You're kind and sensitive. You are.
No,
I would say you're like me.
Greg and DeVito are like salt of the fucking earth. Too much for this business, I'll tell you that right now.
That's why we are not doing well in this business.
I mean, this business, I've found out recently, this business is it's horrendous.
It really is, man.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah, it's horrendous, this fucking business. I mean, it's full of fucking snakes and sociopaths.
Dude.
And just people who are just not good people. So
it's funny. I have this theory that I've been saying for a long time. You have to be a bad person to be successful. Not saying that all famous people are terrible people, but they've done terrible things to get there. Not to say that it doesn't affect them, not to say they might not change, blah, 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 blah. But I believe you have to be sort of a sociopath to have some sort of fame or success. So, because if you're looking for something higher, because you always see people after they get the success become spiritual, become at a higher plane, or you know what I mean? Like Russell Brand or whoever the fuck, when it's over or when they hit something, that's when they get their shit together.
So I've been thinking about this a lot, right? In comedy, we are at the 99th percentile of comedians, right? If you work at the post office and you want to be the best guy in the post office, that's just your local post office. You can be a hard worker and you can be the GM. But in where we are in comedy, you have to, these people who are that level, there's that level of like this over everything else. right? You can't be, I want to be a good person before I want to be a comedian, because then it's just don't have enough bandwidth for it. So I agree with you. I think that when you see these guys, a lot of them are just like, what did you do to get here? Right? Like if you're willing, I mean, I've had so many people before, like you just work with them and then you're like, oh, also, sorry I didn't eat, so I'm a little off today, but man, I completely
See, there you go.
I lost it. I fell right off the cliff.
You're just thinking about other people and if we're okay, if we were listening. I mean, that's just
Absolutely.
not. Yeah, I mean, you guys are just too good.
No.
We were totally with you, and then you're like, oh my God, I'm thinking about everybody else. Is everyone else okay?
I'm not being funny. Even the crowd hates me. Even the comments are gonna be terrible about this, and now they hate me. Right? Of course.
There's two types of people in this business, in comedy. There's two types, none in between. You got very sensitive and very nice, like very good, like overly sensitive to the point where it causes problems. You know,
right?
If you bring a gyro into the studio, you get things like that.
For example,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, let me just say something.
Wait, I'm just
something.
Yeah.
Well, wait a second. Stop with the gyro, because this gyro. Is
I've never heard of gyro. Gyro. That's like a hot man stripper.
Gyro's like a half black, half Greek comedian.
They call me the gyro.
This gyro is the thorn in your foot that this mouse can't take out for some reason. Okay, you showed up at the studio, and here's the problem that I get. I get it from this end that you guys never see. You guys show up and you're superstars. Hey. I have to deal with the business aspect. People, you had people eating up here, blah, blah, blah. You can't. People are fucked up. This person's all twisted. Studio's going to be gone. You're going to lose it. I'm going to have to find another place.
I was just joking, Bob.
Wait.
Just doing this, by the way.
I just want to see this. So I have all this pressure on this side, and then I want to show you what I saw, and I turn, and you're sitting there like this.
That's a power move. I love a gyro to a podcast.
Hey, no, this is you. Ready? What's up, dude? How you doing?
No, in my defense, and I think
that's what I saw.
I don't even think I took a bite. I think I was holding it because I came in for a second to say hello. I wasn't even on the podcast.
As we all know on podcasts, because Kevin Brennan, you can make up your own version of what happened. And I say you were eating it and holding it, looking like
a cocky. You showing up to a podcast with a gyro in your hand is like me coming with a pot of marinara sauce and meatballs. Just like, hey, I'm in for the show, and then just eating meatballs and drooling down my face. You couldn't be more racist to yourself.
Yes. And that's why I made lamb when you came over, because you did that to yourself on my podcast.
It was worth it happening for Verzi joking on the episode saying, Jesus, Bobby, I mean, you acted like you fucked your wife or something. I mean, the guy was holding a gyro. I mean, he didn't fuck your wife. Jesus Christ. It was worth it for that joke. That credit to Paul Verzi.
It was actually very worth it.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing this is why I love comedians, is because all this shit happens. And at the moment, it's like, what the fuck? But for years later, it's the funniest thing.
It's the greatest. It's the greatest. Yeah. So then, go
ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I was just going to finish. And then you have the absolute antithesis of that. I was saying there's only two types of people in the comedy business: really, really sensitive, or absolutely psychopathic. Like really will pretend will do anything. Absolutely.
Who are the good ones?
Anything.
But tell me, like, who are the good ones? Because I feel like everyone who I thought was good has really just been like tricking me into believing they were good.
Oh, name names. Name names.
You know what I mean?
Name names.
Oh, but like, I mean, like pretty much everybody I'm talking to right now. No, I'm kidding. Not Bobby. I mean, I'm holding out that Ray Romano is nice. That's all I'm like, I'll just never meet him and I'll just pretend maybe Ray is nice. But everyone else has just been letting me down.
I walked out in the hallway 2 weeks ago. Ray was in the hallway and I was like, hey, what's up, Ray? And he went, So no.
Even Ray? So the Italian.
I'll tell you.
Robin Williams.
And where is he?
Truly nice.
And what happened to him? 6 feet under. That's what happens when you're fucking nice.
He got a rare disease that he didn't want people to fucking see him, and it makes you want to kill yourself. So that's what happened. But listen, here's the thing. is, I mean, dude, I've tried to help so many people with podcasting. You know what I mean? Like when I've had show they weren't anything and they needed a place to go, and then you help them get there, and you don't take any money, and then when they finally start making money, they tell you to go fuck yourself and go to another network. I mean,
Right.
I've had that happen.
History Hyenas did that to you.
Oh yeah. You guys did it good. Yeah.
That was the one, right?
That was the one. I mean,
hell yeah. Rad Dudecast is moving to
Giannis.
the Canadian News Network. I forgot to tell you.
Giannis, I could have at least had a little cash in the bank from you fucks.
We could have broken you off at least $100, but
I mean, you
know?
could have broken. I mean, I made 2-something years on my network trying to get this everything and nothing, not a fucking nickel.
I mean, if I could still, you want to come over? I could barbecue something for you, or watch the game for a couple hours, or I don't know what I could do to make it up to you, but
Well, I mean, we're just saying that those are the moves that are made for self-preservation. To make the next step of the ladder has to be on somebody's back.
kind of, yeah, kind of. Sometimes that's the business part. It's really tough. The business part's really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, the business part.
The business stuff is rough, but the friend stuff. I'm talking. I went on a road with somebody. We're having a great time. They're telling me we're best friends. The next day, they walk off stage. I go to comment on a bit. They turn their back to me because someone was more famous was in the room. Walk up with that person. I'm standing at the table, not even realizing this is happening to me.
That's gross.
I'm standing, looking at them, like waiting for whatever. Neither of them look at me, and I go, "See you guys later." And then I just left. And then I was like, I'm going to call them out. Pandemic happens, full year. I never was able to. I'm still harboring this fucking rage.
That's
but
gross.
that's the shit that gets me. You're telling me we're best friends, and then the next day you can't look at me.
Who is that?
Come on, name names.
Who was it?
All right, listen, here's the deal.
Get some hints.
All right, wait. I'll tell you. Ready? We all name names in the extra, in the Patreon extra.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, I'm going to burn my shit on your Patreon. I'll give you the first name on your Patreon, last name on my Patreon.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Deal.
That's great. That's perfect.
That's a perfect deal.
That's where I'll give you first. I'll give you first name on my Patreon, and I'll give you last name on your Patreon.
Yeah,
this is what's fucked to me. That comics are now look, I have a podcast network. I've had one for fucking 10 years. I love podcasting, but no longer is it about stand-up. It's about this shit. It's about comics giving their opinion on social media, comics telling you what the fuck they think about everything, and doing podcasts with other comics, not about comedy, about what fucking cake or what fucking cappuccino or what star or what fucking movie or what TV show. It's like we're breaking shit down into the fucking microcosms of what we can talk about just to be unique, to get people to fucking watch this shit. You know what I mean? When in reality, what we did 20 years ago was stand up. That's it. That's nothing else. You went on stage, you wrote jokes, you told them, and that was your career. Now there's a million. It's like the fucking cryptocurrency. Who the fuck knows what's going to pop off next and what's real and what isn't? You know what I mean?
I'll throw this out there real quick. Rachel Feinstein and Jessica Kirsten, I told them I was having a kid. Rachel started being like, I'm showing up to your house. I'm giving you all this shit. Genuinely good people. So we're throwing out all these bad names, but I'll say that those are two people who I would easily just be like, who are doing better than me and for no reason needed to reach out. Yeah. Genuinely, like Rachel's like, when is your kid coming? I have so much shit to give you. I'm like, we've had 3 conversations in our life. You know what I mean? And also you, Bobby, I'm just saying. But I'm just saying, like,
well that's also
shit talk, I'll throw some nice positive reinforcement.
That's also let me get some shit out of my house. I live in a 1-bedroom. And let me pawn it off on this fucking wop.
No, I agree with you, Greg. Those are two good people. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's an expression, you can tell how good someone is based on how they treat people who can do nothing for them.
Right.
That's the real measure. That's the real measure of your character, I believe.
Yeah.
But but then then you got to reconcile yourself. Hey man, it's business. Like Are people really expected to be good in business? It's business. It's the whole definition of business is self-interest.
Yeah.
Sure, but I mean, like business stuff, I'm okay with, right? Like, if no offense, like I don't, I know you guys are kind of really joking, but like, if you got to move your podcast to make some more money and whatever, that's fine. But like, if you did it behind,
in our defense, we weren't really making any money back then.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, like,
in their defense, I didn't make any money. They were making some money.
Very
and then
little.
when they started making money is when they were like, "Fucking go fuck yourself."
We were making hardly any money. You can ask Emoji. You can ask Mike about his salary. He'll tell you. And then if I told him what the producers after him were making, he'll go, "Holy shit!" And he'll kill me.
I love how you talk. You end every word at the last second of breath you have. All lung power. I love it.
He's very Joe Pesci. He's very Joe Pesci. Fucking tell me I'm gonna fucking shoot me in the face if he finds out.
You talk at the end of your breath.
Now here's the
Sorry,
funniest thing I love about Bobby and Paul Verzi is when Paul Verzi talks about Bobby, he does the same exact voice that Bobby does when he talks about Verzi. Did I say that right? Yeah. So when Verzi, when Verzi's talking about Bobby, he goes, "I'm fucking dead. I gotta." And then when Bobby does Verzi, he goes, "I gotta fucking go." It's the same. You guys use the same voice to impersonate each other. It's hilarious. And you're both very similar. You look like you came, like Verzi came out of the Russian doll that you were in.
Yeah.
Like it's like if you open up you, Verzi's in there.
We got it. We got the joke again.
And then all the way down to fucking.
I know I know that you're in the suburbs now and you're talking to regular people, but we're comics. We get it. We got it.
Okay, you were just telling me it was good, but wasn't that good?
No, it was good, but I was going to add on to it, but then I backed out at the last second.
Okay, keep going.
It was a very good joke. I thought the Russian joke was good. Okay. It's very, very seldom used, by the way.
Yeah.
It's not like the King Kong Bundy, which is used a lot. Yeah, I just think, I don't know, man.
Was it Dan Soder? Was it Dan Soder that really didn't want to get up for you?
Nope.
No, that would never.
Nope. Now, but here's the thing. It's not that person. It's me. It's you have to develop. I think if you're going to be kind in this business or be a regular square, right? Either you're going to be fucking, Hollywood, or if you're trying to be a square, you have to develop you have to know your own horse shit. So when somebody says something that makes you go, ugh, you have to go, okay, that's me, right? That's just me. I'm getting offended at some shit that I know this person's going to say. I knew this person does this stuff all the time. And I'm expecting some type of different results because of another conversation we had or blah, blah, blah. This is what this person does. So when you see them, know that. And when it happens, just go, yeah, I know that. When you know something's going to happen, it's a little easier to take. And when you know your own bullshit, it's a little easier to deal with on the ride home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The ride home is what kills you. On the way to your house.
I never know they were shitty to me until 3 hours later. Someone will just like dress me down in front of everyone. I go, hilarious. And then I leave and I'm like, wait a minute. And I want to go back. Everyone went home. The bar is closed. And I got like my knuckles out. And I'm like, son of a fucking bitch. I got to wait a year to see him again.
Yeah. It's a fine line of being sensitive and being thick-skinned. Being a comedian is a weird place because I have empathy. When I see people get hurt on the internet, I don't like it, but I immediately have something to say about it. That's funny. You know what I mean? Like it immediately just shoots something about it when I should. Regular people see that, they go, that's terrible. Oh my God. Are they okay? And we see shit like that. We're like, oh, I hope our fucking wig falls off. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
I think that just it generally speaks to how coddled everybody is now in a lot of ways, and how much the culture is dictated by young people. Because whenever someone says something about me, it rolls off my back because I've been through absolute horror. I've licked the soil of hell. So if someone says something to me, it's like I could care less. And maybe that's why I say so much, and I'm so unbridled sometimes. Is because it's just where I could care less. I mean, it's like people don't know how horrific life can get. And especially now because of the amenities of modernity and how coddled they have, how much they've coddled us, you know, it's, people really just get very sensitive about some things that don't matter.
Right.
It's just words. It's just words.
Well, I think a lot of them feel as though they want the world to be a certain. I know my problem is that I just let everyone in. You know, I let everyone in and I trust everyone, and then they destroy it. I think a lot of these like young people are like, they're trying to like, I don't know, like they're trying to prove something about something. You know, it's like you can't say this word because it means this. I don't fucking know.
But
I really don't know what's going on with them.
Here's what I've
I've
found. We're talking. We're talking about these people who get successful because they're shitty. But here's the thing. Those people, and we've all met them and we know them, they are unbelievably unhappy for the most part. And it's not a cliche, and it's not even something to make yourself feel better. I mean, it's the truth. I mean, you're around them, and you know sometimes they'll tell you or you see it. I mean, they're all on fucking pills. I mean, if success was happiness, then you know Prince would still be here, Michael Jackson would still be here. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Anthony Bourdain. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. So let people in, Greg. Make your fucking sauce. I want to come over. I want to know the recipe your mom passed down. I want to know how fucking thin your garlic is. I want to know how long Mad Dog was a roommate until you finally said, guys, I got to move in with my girlfriend. He shakes too much. Yeah. I want to know these fucking things. I mean, you know, it's not all. The whole of life is not about money and success. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the reality that I've kind of come to is this thing of like, I joke about not being successful, but I'm probably the most successful person I know because I'm genuinely happy. Like I'm a genuinely happy person. And the idea of being the most famous comedian isn't a thing where it's like, I need it. I would like to be respected. I'd like to have enough fans that I could continue to support myself until I die. But like the reality is like, I don't, that thing of like need to be known as the best is so stupid because first of all, this is art. This isn't LeBron. This isn't numbers. This is fucking. Are you doing your voice? Are you doing your thing? What's that face, Bob?
Yeah, but you know, but you always look at like, you know, when you look at those old Dean Martin roasts. Are you the guy on the roast that like, and now give it up for Ted McMullen? And everybody's like, who the fuck is Ted McMullen?
Yeah, but Ted McMullen, you're on the fucking roast.
Yeah,
all right.
And he was happy.
I mean,
he didn't kick his dog.
Yeah, I mean, he's on the roast. So at the time, Ted McMullen was getting a lot of trickle-down puss that Frank Sinatra couldn't take himself.
Also,
Ted McMullen, a pretty good place to be, Bobby. Me and you aren't getting fucking Frankie Sinatra trickle-down.
Sinatra, Ted McMullen, they're all dead right now.
Yes.
Legacy means dick. You know what means good? I walk out of here. My wife is a sweet lady. She's got a nice little fucking pad thai cooking for me. I'm going to eat it. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not going to scream.
That
you know what I mean?
sounded really inappropriate. Like that sounded like I got that little Asian fucking girl.
I made her do it.
Yeah, she's cooking some pad thai for me in her native outfit with no goddamn slippers on, and she brings it to her white man overseer.
Yeah, and he sits in a bamboo chair that she made.
Yeah. She's cooking that pad thai for me.
You goddamn right. You know what?
I think you're right, man. Both of you guys are right. Is that, I mean, I came into my backyard last week. The kid was at school. The wife just went to get him. I had a stick and an iced coffee, and I sat up on a bench that I got at an old chocolate factory like 5 years ago. This wooden bench they don't even make anymore. And I'm sitting up there. My lawn was fucking greener. It's like a golf course. The trees, the dog trees, all the trees in the neighborhood, purples and pinks and green. And I'm sitting there smoking a cigar. And I'm looking at my little house and my little shed and then my kid's coming home. All of a sudden I'm smoking. The kid gets out, runs up to the thing, grabs the basketball, shoots, makes a shot. Dad. And I'm like, I did it. I fucking did it. I did it. He made it. He made the shot. He didn't make the shot, but the thing in the story.
Yeah, you're fluffing it.
Come on.
Yeah. You're fluffing the story.
Sounds like an old cartoon.
What a piece of shit. You couldn't let me have the shot? You couldn't let me have the shot? I mean, what a piece. You're not a nice guy.
It was Greg. Greg was the one who didn't stand up.
It was Greg.
You're on my list now. Oh, it's so funny. He didn't make what? Listen, this is why we're tortured, because regular human beings, he'd go home, he would just think that and bury it and never say it because it's inappropriate. Comics here, as soon as he said it, he goes, "Didn't make the shot," is the funniest. Listen to me. This is why we're dead. This is why we can never, because we think it and say it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's also that the Goodwill Hunting, that great line in Goodwill Hunting, right? Where he goes, yeah, but you know what? I'll still be taking my kids to soccer practice, and you'll be serving us fries. Remember that? And he goes,
yeah.
And then Goodwill Hunting goes like, yeah, well, at least I'll be original. That's a good. That's a great thing, because imagine what it's like to be somebody who's very successful in this business, knowing what they had to do it, and knowing that they're truly not that funny. So at the end of the day, if you're funny, that's the number one thing.
Right.
That's the number one thing. It's like,
because that's the art. I believe it's the art. I do believe it's art.
If people say about you, "Oh, that guy's a killer, that guy's funny," that's what matters. Because Goodwill Hunting was going home to his fucking girl. What was her name with the weirdly beautiful one? But she.
Yeah, we got a weirdly girl.
Yeah, the weirdly fucking Scottish girl who had, he was going home with her.
Yeah.
He knew he had her.
English, not Scottish.
Yeah, he knew he got a fucking number. He's like, I got a number. He knows he's smart. He knows he's the real deal. He's not chasing that because he knows that's not real. That doesn't make anyone happy. I mean, it helps. I mean, first class is a little more comfortable. I'm not going to lie to you. Nobu's a little good. But if you use your imagination.
Nobu's a little good.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you use your imagination. Any sushi place could be Nobu if you just pretend.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, too. But you're saying this from a fucking perch, by the way.
What perch am I in, Bobby? What perch am I in?
I'm going to tell you, your family, you got money, your family's got money, her family's got money, everybody in your life's got money. So you don't ever wake up and go, bills.
It's not true.
So let's stop.
True.
Let's just stop.
That's not true.
Me and Greg Stone and Gabby, you're out on this too, by the way. Okay,
Sure.
Me and Greg Stone.
You're putting me in the same category with Gabby because I wasn't born into a foster home and my dad's not in Bon Jovi?
Yeah.
That's a little unfair to you. Yeah. Okay, for somebody who was born in a foster home, of course I'm a millionaire.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? And
You listen,
her father's Bon Jovi.
Anytime you go fucking, where are you going? I'm going to my place in the city. Fuck you.
Oh,
listen,
I'm sorry
Greg's place in the city.
I'm sorry that I put a wig on and made some money, Bobby. I'm sorry about that. The wig was there for the taking. You just didn't think about it.
When it comes down to it.
I'm sorry. I figured out a way to make money.
Yeah. Well, that's my point, is that you're talking like, dude, you got to just be happy. Yeah, it's fucking easy to be happy where you're looking. That's like when everybody called me when the pandemic, dude, we're all in the same boat. No, we're not. Your boat's better than my boat.
Well, that's because you're fucking talking to Billy Burr or somebody like that.
First
Bobby,
of all,
you own a house.
Boat.
You got a fucking house. You live all the way out there, fucking Westchester. You got a car. You obviously got plenty of fucking food. What are you complaining about?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
You just bought a summer home, Bobby. You bought a summer home.
No. A tiny home.
I know it's ironic.
I didn't even eat breakfast this morning, so I know what none of you guys are talking about.
Well, Bobby it's a small home for a big guy. You know, when you bought that home, the real estate agent was like, "Are you sure? Have you?"
You're a comedian, right? I get it.
Comedian, right? You might need something a little bigger. Do we need to go a little? I'm sorry, Bob. I'm sorry.
Let me tell you something. There's nothing worse than somebody saying, "I'm sorry." When you make black jokes, do you say "I'm sorry" at the end?
Not unless I get caught.
Okay, good. Listen, we're at an hour. We're going to be going to the extra 15 right now where we're naming names. And then I want to talk to Yannis. Speaking of all this stuff we're talking about, I want to talk to Yannis about his fucking Whitney Cummings episode. I want to find out what happened on that episode. Can you talk about it in your living room?
Are we on it now?
No, we're going on right now. Patreon.com. I want to thank everybody who watched this on YouTube. I want to make sure you subscribe. Subscribe, like, and comment. Follow me, Mush. Subscribe, like, and comment right there. Hit the button, like it, comment. Make sure you pump it up. A lot of subscriptions in the last couple months. And then go to patreon.com/Robert Kelly. If you guys are fans of YKWD, I've been doing this for a long time. Go over and support the show at patreon.com/Robert Kelly. We always do an extra 15. We read the names over there. We do a bunch of extra stuff for the ladybugs. You can be in the show and watch live, like all the people in here right now. They're watching live, they're commenting, they're part of the show. So make sure you go over there right now. Yannis, what do you got coming up, buddy?
I'll be in Tampa, Richmond, Virginia, San Antonio. Listen to my podcast, Long Days with Yannis Pappas. And if you haven't watched my special, it's still online, Blowing the Light.
I love it. I love it. Blowing low. I always think you sucking dick when I hear blowing. Anytime I have the word blowing, I think sucking dick. I don't know why. I'm such a juvenile. Greg, what do you got, buddy?
Just checking my podcast, Red Dudecast. We're slowly transitioning into my new podcast, which is a name yet to be decided. But just go subscribe there, and I'm going to steal all their listeners. So I'm just going to transition. That doesn't make any. Anyway, you get it. I'm out.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't.
Are you okay?
Greg, what happened?
Greg, what's up?
So I want to hear this shit, and I had an asthma attack before I got on this podcast.
Save it for the fucking Patreon. If you're struggling, save it for the Patreon so we can monetize.
I'll tell you. Yeah, I'll tell you.
Yeah, whatever horrible thing you're going for, let's monetize.
Gabby, what do you have? Gabby, what do you have?
Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I have a new show coming to the Stand called Guess What? It's Wednesday on the May 19th. Bobby's on that show, the first one. It's going to be a monthly. And then I have new fun things coming to the Stand. And then I'll be in Chicago. You are. And then I'll be in Chicago the 29th to the 3rd, July to August. And I'll post that on my Instagram.
There you go. And then, of course, Mike V. Suarez. Check out Mike V. Suarez. And Mike is on your podcast too, right, Greg?
Yeah. Yep. He's great. And Anthony,
and let me tell. And Mike, I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm sorry about that, Greg.
No.
I was just about to say Mike Suarez will be with me in San Antonio and probably Tampa as well. So give it up for Mike Suarez.
Baby.
All right, check it out and check me out. I'm going to be, this will already be done, but Ladybugs, I'm going to be, I'm in the 15th in Brunswick, East Brunswick, New Jersey, outside Square Mall. And then I'm going to be in Auburn, Alabama, the Crown of Comedy. I'm all the way going to the Paper Mill, the Funny Bone. I just added Las Vegas Comedy Works, brand new club in Las Vegas. Vasani's. I just added Side Splitters, the Punchline Philly. I mean, I got a bunch of dates coming up. So make sure you check them out, Tampa. Get the fuck on those tickets. Buy them now because they're going to go. There you go. So now we're in the extra fucking 10. We're going to read the names at the end. And okay, and we're going to do the names. Let's do these names real quick. Yannis, just do them all, Yannis. Do these names for me.
Okay,
just read them and give them something. Ready? They're coming up. You read the $10. I'll read everybody else. But give them something.
Okay, we got Tom McCarthy, a potato monkey, whose parents came here during a famine, and it definitely has a few cops in his family.
Yes. Yes.
Then we got Blair. Hi, Blair. Hi, Blair. Blair, did you enjoy Gabby's movie? Are you going to go to your show? Who would you save, Gabby? Crystalia. Then we have two Tefts. And then we got, then it's $5, Bobby.
You got nothing on the two Tefts?
Two Tefts. I got nothing on the two Tefts. Tef sounds like it's like a new, that could be like a new millennial racial slur we don't know about.
Drew Smith, baby. Give it up for Drew Smith. Thanks for being a member of the Patreon.
Then Caleb Stwave. What kind of name is Stwave, cuz?
Alec, what's up, buddy?
Welcome to Bobby's Patreon, Steve M. Kimmy Mo. Kimmy Mo. Then we got Jeffrey the Giraffe. I see kid's got a sense of humor. He's got a long neck, and he knows he looks weird. So Jeffrey, spelled Goffrey, means one thing. He's a screwed-in Jew. The kid's Jewish. He's a member of the tribe.
Shout out.
Then we got, did you guys know that when Jeff is spelled Geoff, it's a definite.
Did not know that.
Like
Okay,
Joffrey.
yeah, Joffrey. One of my good friends growing up was Joffrey. He was a Jew. Okay, then we got Bob Sendek. So some sort of weird Slavic kid, probably got one of those faces that looks like he escaped from Auschwitz.
Go ahead.
Then we got Jeff Lamb, just a boring American kid. Jeff Lamb sniffs his fingers while he watches his podcast. He definitely sniffs his fingers like that. He's one of those kids who just sits there like that, for sure. Then we got Cameron Manning. Now talk about a name with money. Cameron Manning. Yeah, that's a wasp who calls. She doesn't call her dad. Her first words as a kid were father. Father. She introduces you to her father and she calls him father. Then we got Igor Groisman. Igor, I mean, the kid is just, the poor thing is a Russian. What can you do? He's comfortable with death. He probably watched his grandmother die. He probably killed his grandmother and nobody cared. I mean, Russians are just comfortable with death. They always got like 1 million to just throw at a war. You're like, every war you read about, it's just, and 3 million Russians died. Then we got David Heller. Welcome, David. Read your fucking novel. David Heller's book. Then we got Ryan Coogler. Now that's a name. Ryan Coogler. That's a wasted name. He should be a baseball player with a name like that. Center field, Ryan Coogler. But instead, he's just some fucking internet kid. Then we got Keith Anderson. Definitely, chances are, could be a black kid. Keith Anderson. Congratulations, Bobby. You may have 2 on your Patreon.
Thank you.
Then you got Jesse Foley. That's a $5 kid. I'm sorry, you should have read that.
Jesse Foley. She's a comedian from fucking Cleveland.
What's up, Jesse Foley? And then we got Kyle Tresnak. Welcome, Kyle. Fucking Kyle is just a name that should be retired. It's just a dude. You're a douche. Your name's Kyle. If you're dating a guy named Kyle, you want to put a napkin over your drink when you go to the bathroom.
We got Joseph Spina. Thank you for joining the Patreon. Thank you for being a member and supporting the channel every month. And make sure you subscribe, review, comment. Right down to the bottom. You're watching this on YouTube. You're watching this on Patreon. You guys have anybody you want to see on the show? Let me know. Hit me up who you want. I want to thank all the ladybugs for being in here. You guys are the best.
And he accidentally left.
And we lost Bobby. I mean,
He's gone.
Now that Bobby's gone, you guys can tell me, are you okay? Do you need me to send police?
I'm okay.
No. Yes.
What did you just say?
Nothing.
What did you just say?
It's like a moment, it's like when the kidnapper leaves the room for a second. I'm like, okay, guys, here's the plan. I'm going to get you out of here.
Oh, please. Take them all.
He's gone. I said, are you okay? Can you tell me quick?
Take Gabby, take Mush, take them all. I'll just go back to doing this on my phone. I'll be happy. Listen.
You know what I was about to say, Bobby? Is like you were talking all this stuff about how we're not in all the same boat. And then you read your dates. You got a fully booked schedule.
Yeah, I'm getting paid. I'm getting paid $1,300 for 7 shows. Go blow yourself, okay? Go suck your own cock.
Well, why are you saying yes to those deals?
I'm joking. Of course, I'm joking. But
of course, you're fucking joking. You're doing good, Bobby.
Listen, I am very grateful that the shows are coming back, which is my livelihood. This Patreon is getting bigger and better, and I'm very grateful. I'm just busting balls. I'm very grateful. I'm very happy, but you could go to comicwearables.com, Apple. You could go there and get one of those Calter and Kelly's. You could get the Robert Kelly face and the YKWD shirts.
Wait a second. Are you kidding me? I'm buying one of those right the fuck right now. Are you kidding me?
That is such a good shirt.
Yeah, that is a good shirt. I am fucking buying that.
Why does everybody love that shirt? Why?
Because you're a funny fat kid.
He left again.
He likes the cat.
Wait, I'm
Mush,
actually
can you
trying
get
to
me
buy
one
it
of
right
those?
now. How do you buy it?
That hurt my feelings.
Go to
Listen,
Wearables.
you go to comicwearables.com. You can't buy it in the fucking podcast. You
Here's the thing,
numbskull.
though. This is what makes that shirt so funny. What you want to do, what I'm going to do, probably, I'm going to buy 2 of them, right? And I'm going to buy one as a joke and one for me to wear. And I'm going to wear it on my podcast next episode if it comes. But I'm going to buy one that's too small. So I'm going to buy one that's too small. So when I put it on, it stretches your face out. It looks like you gained weight.
A Stark. A Starkness.
Yeah,
Listen,
and
dude,
I'm going to take a picture of your face that's inflated by my fat belly.
Dude,
Because Bobby, I mean, I don't. You picked the best photo of you on there. I mean, you look handsome.
you fucking cut. All right, listen, check out Gabby. Make sure you check out Gabby's podcast. Gabby's got a show, which I'm doing on the 19th at the Stand. What's it called, Gabby?
It's called Guess What? It's Wednesday. It's going to be a monthly, and then I'm doing fun like live stream stuff with them soon. So stay tuned.
Gabby, when are you going to have me on your show with the gay kid?
You want to do it?
No, but I want to say I want to do it.
Then never.
No,
Make
I
sure
want to do
you-
it. I do want to do it. What is the show?
Giannis, I would love for you to do it. It's Unabashed Podcast. It's our podcast. We put it out weekly. It's just us 2 Brooklyn fucking kids screaming at each other.
Yeah,
It's
all
fun.
right. Hey, all right. Get her number after. All right. Get her number after the show and have this conversation. I'm wrapping up. I got some ribs I want to go chow on. Okay.
Yeah. I'll do your podcast, Gabby.
Okay. I
All
love
right.
that.
You're gonna do something with Suarez.
I'm working with him in a couple of weeks, and he's fucking helping me do stuff. I love Mike Suarez. You kidding me?
Bring it up.
Yeah,
Where
Mike
you working
Suarez,
with
we're
him?
in San Antonio, me and Mike Suarez, we were just in fucking Addison Improv together. I love Emoji Face. I gave him the best nickname that he has, and nobody, everyone knows him as Emoji Face because the kid's face looks like the smiley emoji.
Everybody knows him as Mush, and
Mush.
loves him as Mush. So go fuck yourself. I gave him the best name. You gave him a fucking quirky name. It was cute. It's nice, but nobody uses it. Everybody goes Mush.
It's true.
And they love Mush.
It's true.
Mush
So,
forever.
let's not get carried away with yourself. I know you talk a lot to yourself, and there's nobody there going, shut the fuck up every once in a while. But know that we're saying it while we're watching your videos. Okay. I love you. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Mush. Thank you so much, Gabby. Thanks so much. I want
Love
to thank all
you.
the ladybugs. You guys are the best fans in the world. We'll see you next week. You know what, dude? Bye.
You've been listening to the YKWD podcast. Thanks for listening. Now go back to your shitty jobs. Shitty jobs. Shitty